Ever get up onto a driving range, hit an absolute ton of golf balls and feel like you never get better? Maybe it's how you're practicing. Stick around.
Yeah, guys, thank you all for checking in. So, like Ryan was saying, going out to the practice tee, whether you're in here at 1611, at your local club, at your local driving range, whatever it is, and you get out there and you're just kind of spinning your wheels, just ripping full swings and machine gunning golf balls, okay? Clearly that's not a great way to practice. Hopefully we can go with a little more
wrong with my game.
little more quality over quantity in your practice.
One of the other, we talk a lot about what the differences in amateurs and professionals are, and you know, we've talked a little bit about when we played that round or they played a couple of holes and just the mental side of how to play a golf course and what that difference is. This is another one of those where there's some pretty drastic differences because they're not just up there pounding on golf balls. It's very structured.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, they're practicing with a purpose. You hear that. Practice with a purpose, practice with a purpose. But then also, what is that?
What's the purpose? Yep.
Yeah, what's the purpose?
There could be a ton of them.
Yeah, you've got all kinds of stuff. Whether you're looking at, you're going out there to work on something in your swing. Now, I will say this.
Mechanical stuff.
That if you're doing something mechanical, if you're just at a driving range, and if it's something on setup, or if you have some type of feedback station or something set up like that.
Coach standing there.
Like you need something. It's very difficult to try to go out on your own with no video, no any kind of a training aid or a thought or anything, and just say, I'm gonna work on my backswing today.
Okay, good for you.
You have no earthly idea where your backswing is in space back here.
I was about to say, so what you're saying is like, I'm gonna work on my backswing, I'm gonna shorten it up today.
Yep, shorten it up. Yeah, that felt a little shorter.
Yeah, that was short. That was
definitely shorter right there.
Okay, so we'll just go to here instead.
Yeah. You got no idea. And
Can I have my golf club back?
Extra set, give me your club. That extra set of eyes, an instructor.
Camera.
Just a camera. there's all kinds of things out there you can clip cameras to and stick them and set them on tripods and everything else. You can have a camera everywhere.
Please don't have a camera everywhere.
No, you really don't need that much. So today, one thing on a focused practice, irons. What do we say? Well, what do all tour pros and most all of your pretty good golfers, what do they all kind of have in common when it comes to hitting irons?
Golf clubs.
Golf clubs, yes, correct. They all have golf clubs. But in hitting their shots, what do they all pretty much know?
They want to know exactly how far that golf ball goes.
How far it goes.
I say that carry, specifically.
In the air.
Because when you're hitting into a green, total doesn't matter so much. Yeah, so they want to know exactly what carry is, and when they start thinking of total, very rarely you're going to be on a par 5 that you're going to lay up on, and so that's when the total comes in handy, but it's such a small thing comparatively, especially with mid to short irons.
Yeah, and if you have an idea of like, hey, okay, I'm hitting a 7-iron into a fairway, call it releases, I don't know, 5 yards.
8 yards, yeah.
Somewhere in there, okay? Like that's a pretty good guesstimate in there. But where it really comes into play is whenever you have a creek in front of you and you're hitting your second shot onto a green and it is 148 yards to carry that creek. What club do you carry 148 yards? Not what club do you go outside to the driving range and hit it, and when it stops rolling, you pull your rangefinder out and go, I hit that 150 yards. After it hit the ground and rolled, I think may have rolled 20 yards for all you know. Who knows?
I'm gonna go ahead and shameless plug time here, because if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you don't have access to maybe a launch monitor that gives you this data on command, everybody here at 1611, you can come and rent a bay for an hour or two and and get those numbers throughout your club, go through the TrackMan Combine.
Yes.
Shameless plug over.
Yes. So that's what we're showing here. That's kind of what we're showing here is I've got a 9-iron in my hand. I'm going to hit 3 golf balls.
You don't have the 10-iron?
Yeah, the 10. The 10's next.
Problem that doesn't say pitching wedge, it's a 10. I don't know why.
And hitting 3 shots, and the only number I have pulled up here is my carry distance. That's all I care about. I'm not doing a swing change. I'm not doing any of this other stuff. I want to know, on average, how far do I carry this golf ball?
Yeah, and I think, Kyle Butler, the TrackMan rep, also a PGA member, that's been on a couple of our videos now. So if you haven't seen Kyle, check out the TrackMan Q&A video. In addition to the TrackMan Q&A video, maybe the speed golf video he was on.
Oh, yeah.
Where Big Boy took it from the flat bellies. But he was telling us about Dustin Johnson. Most of the time, Dustin's using his TrackMan. He cares about one number and one number alone, especially when he's working on a short game, and that would be his carry number for those wedges. That tile's gotten some work on Dustin Johnson.
Yeah. And we'll hit one more. So here we go.
So 4 shots.
4 shots.
Obviously, the last one was 139.3, but we don't care so much about that last one.
No, what we care about is what is the average number I'm looking at here. An average carry distance of 137.9. Call it 138.
Yep.
Okay? So whenever I step up on a tee box or on a par 3 or onto whatever, a second shot into a green, and if it's 145 yards to carry a creek or to get to the front of a green or something,
Right.
and I have a 9-iron in my hand, possibly can I do it? Yes, possibly downhill, downwind, all these things. Flat, all things considered.
Right.
I'm probably gonna have to step on that 9-iron pretty
Yeah.
hard to get there whenever my average carry distance is 138.
Sure.
So let's go up to an 8-iron.
Yeah, and especially, and I'm going to point out another number that we're staring at here, and that is the plus or minus 2.8, which is going to be in the bottom right hand of that carry box. So right now his miss, essentially, his averaging is a plus or minus 2.8 yards. So if you're saying 138, but you keep in mind that plus or minus, so if you cut that 2.8 in half, you have 1.4. If you lost a yard and a half on that shot, is it going to end up in the water or not?
Yeah.
So if the answer is yes, you have the wrong glove in your hand.
Yes. Yeah. If you can't go above or below, because everybody doesn't hit the ball perfect every time. Sometimes,
Speak for yourself.
yeah. Sometimes we miss them, and
Sometimes we
If
miss the
it-
screen.
runs up the face, spins out,
Yeah.
does something.
Feels good.
All of a sudden, that thing's coming up
Yeah.
6, 7, 8 yards short. You're gonna
Hey,
be in trouble.
maybe you're on this side of the water now.
Yeah, maybe you're successfully laid up to that
Yeah,
water.
exactly. If not, say you were trying to lay up.
Yeah. So, but yeah, carry distances with irons is huge.
Yes.
Real quick, touching on one more thing that I definitely see amateur golfers doing at driving ranges or inside here for that matter is very rarely do I see them stepping up and hitting half shot or a 3/4 shot or something to where you're not just stepping up here and taking a full rip at the golf ball
Work on
every
the-
single time.
Work on all aspects of it.
Yeah, I mean, have you a couple of different numbers? Maybe you choke down a little bit or something. Like have you 2, maybe 3 different numbers with each club?
I was gonna say, and again, shameless plug time, but one of the advantages of coming to an indoor facility that has a TrackMan, i.e. 1611, if you're in the Metroplex, is you can crank that wind up.
Yes.
Shameless plug number 3 of the video. We're going for all the shameless
Yeah,
plugs.
we're
we
just
can
gonna
get
hit them right there.
If you have not checked out our playing into the wind or how the wind affects the golf ball, I forgot what we named it, but it's something to that effect. We'll link it above and below. But get on one of these practice tees instead of like where we did it. We actually, I think we're playing a hole when we did it. I don't really remember. It was a while ago. Videos we shot yesterday were a while ago. After today, we've shot a few.
Yeah, there've been a couple go down.
Shout out Wilson, thank you. I'm so tired and hungry. But yeah, change the wind and get used to hitting into the wind and flight those. Learn how to flight the ball. I mean, where can you go that you can go, hey, what does 20 miles an hour wind at my back feel like? Or what does 20 miles an hour wind at my face feel like?
Yeah, what's that do to my golf
Yeah,
ball?
and do it on the practice range and sit there and work on it and figure out how to maximize and to get what you want out of the club. Because if you just hit full shots and you don't really ever adjust or change to the conditions, good luck.
Yeah, I mean, you've got one shot.
Right.
Like you should have, I feel confident that you should probably have 2 to 3 different yardages for every club.
If not more.
Yeah, and then you're changing backswing lengths and all kinds of different things, choking down. But yeah, so on a focused practice or something along those lines, absolutely. Come in and use it. Figure out your carry numbers. If you just come in and literally take 30 minutes 2 times and say you go through 5 clubs, hit 5, 6 balls a piece. If you have a decent idea from 5 or 6 balls a piece, is going to be a lot better than just 150. That's my 8-iron. Yeah, is it?
One day it is, one day it isn't.
Yeah. So,
It's like spin a roulette wheel.
yeah, just spin it and see what happens. And then too, with the TrackMan, at the end of it, we can send you a report. You get all that info. So then
Dispersion patterns, all
yeah,
that.
you don't have to remember anything. It's all just right there in front of you on your screen,
Right.
like everything else in your life is. Kind of like this video probably is right now.
Please stay on your screen.
Yeah, whatever you're watching it on, you can get that TrackMan report on it too. Well, that's a little focused practice for you. Take that to the tee. Hope it helps you out.
It's chicken sandwich time.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. See y'all later.